for the record, I'm not afraid of people, okay? I'm afraid of humiliating myself in front of people, which, not to brag, but I'm actually really good at. I've been doing it for a very long time. Most of my life, in fact. Starting around the time when I was a child, and I, with the deepest level of sincerity, believed that people would like me if I just kept telling them how much I knew about Star Wars. Spoiler alert, it was a lot that I knew. And I kept thinking, I mean, the infinite number of things we could have in common if you would just join me in this topic. I mean, there's a galaxy's worth of information out there. Let's share it. True story, it didn't work. I didn't have a whole lot of friends. Well, mostly none. It didn't help that I was homeschooled. Being homeschooled is basically like telling the world you have no life or social abilities. Like, gosh darn it, if you can't spell. So the stereotypes that followed me for most of my life were partially self-inflicted, aka Star Wars, and partially my mom's fault for homeschooling me. It didn't matter that I actually had some small social ability. Anytime I tried to use it, it was squelched under the weight of Star Wars and homeschool. And then, of course, the things that I added to this slush pool of nerd, like the overalls and the backpack, which, for the record, held books. Not like a gun or something. They were just books. Though, incidentally, for my social reputation, it would have been better if I had a gun than books. It wasn't helping me at all. I mean, nowadays, I can carry thousands of books on my Kindle, and no one has to know what a gigantic dork I actually am. Though, ironically enough, that Star Wars thing has come back around. Have you noticed that? Star Wars is mainstream cool. Not when I was a teenager. I mean, maybe to some people. If there was like a small settlement of people who liked Star Wars when I was growing up, I would have loved to find them, because they would have crowned me their geek queen. But unfortunately, I never found them. Now they exist everywhere. They're the cool kids and the nerdy kids. We're all just people hanging out. And so I would like to go on record as saying to my 12-year-old self, hang in there, lady. Years and years from now, you're going to be nearing 30, and you will finally have your day in the sun, because everyone likes Star Wars. I mean, I honestly don't understand why it wasn't cool back then. It's cool now. Why wasn't it cool then? No one can explain this to me. But for some reason, I got made fun of and didn't have any friends. I ended up playing a lot of Star Wars Trivial Pursuit by myself. I don't want to have said that. Let's rephrase. I got to be very good at Star Wars Trivial Pursuit through ways that shall remain off the record currently. In any case, my point to this is just... I actually don't have a point to this. I just wanted to say it. I think I may have just embarrassed myself in front of a large number of people.